final thing I want to get into with you is you have this fascinating theory. What's fascinating in that you've sort of, made very clear to me is that there are all these UFO crashes pre-Roswell that are pretty well documented. And not only, in Lombardy in Italy, the one that Dave Grush talks about, the Magenta crash, but ones in the US, and Cape Girardeau being kind of a famous case of that. And you track those UFO crashes to some of the high-powered radar capabilities that maybe we were developing at the time?
Well, so the between February of 2014 and September of 2014, I was without a job, waiting for the Air Force Human Resources world to bring me on board. And I was enormously frustrated because I had already extended by 6 months. I had to take a leave of absence from graduate school to take care of my mom. And so they knew that I was going to graduate. And I'm wondering, so in the 6 months while you're waiting for me to defend this dissertation, why aren't you getting whatever you need to do so that as soon as I graduate, I want to get to work. So I had 7 months, 6 months to so I ended up diving deep into this literature over here. So I come across the Cape Girardeau case, which essentially is a scenario where something crashes in a farmer's field in Missouri, Cape Girardeau, and the weirdness about it was that there was bodies, small, diminutive bodies that a reverend or a priest was asked to come deliver last rites to, because apparently one of them was still alive. And so the account of this is primarily from the priest's story of this. And initially there were firefighters, and then military folks showed up. So on my drive across country to report into Air Force Research Lab in Dayton, Ohio, I stopped in Cape Girardeau. Had some time to kill. Didn't need to be there for a couple of days. I was ahead of schedule. And so I stopped in and became familiar and walked the ground and so forth. And then it occurred to me that I was only about a 5-hour drive, depending on how much lead is in your foot, from there to Wright-Patterson. And then it dawned on me that, well, if something was interdicted in the vicinity of Wright-Patterson, and if it was traveling fast enough, it could have crashed right there. And so I had read Corso's account and a lot of other accounts beyond Phil Corso. Stanton Freeman wrote a book. He investigated a lot of Roswell earlier on, a lot of folks. I'm drawing a blank. Don Schmidt, and a lot of folks that really, and so there was quite a bit of evidence that maybe radar played a role in it.